Hi friends, Saurav here. Welcome back to my channel. In our last tutorial, we have learned about statement level trigger. Today we are going to learn about trigger mutation. What is actually trigger mutation is, and why this error occurs. This is what we are going to learn today. Okay. So trigger mutation is a runtime error. Okay. So it only happens when when we are compiling the trigger. At that time, trigger will get compiled successfully. But whenever trigger will get fired, at that time it may be possible that we will get this error, trigger mutation. Okay. So what is the cause of error? I'll explain you in this tutorial. And the second point is, it occurs only when we run row level trigger. Statement level trigger never cause of trigger mutation error. Okay. So this is what whenever you are running row level trigger, then only the possibility is that we could get this trigger mutation error. Okay. So be sure that at the statement level trigger, this is never gonna happen. You will never get this trigger mutation error actually. Okay, so for that purpose, to explain the trigger mutation error, I have created a trigger here, a row level trigger actually. Okay, so what I've written here: create or replace trigger BD_EMP before delete _EMP, and here I have written before insert. Let me write it before delete actually. Before delete on EMP for each row, declare. Here I am declaring a variable v_cnt which is of number type. Then in our begin section we have select count star into v_cnt. This is a variable from EMP, and then after selecting the data, we are storing the same data in our EMP_count table. So we have a table called EMP_count. So there we are storing this data actually. So we have three columns there. One is username, second name is created on, and third one is row count. So in our username we will be inserting vapp_user. This will give us the current user data. Then we have created on, will take sys date here. This will give us the current system's date, and the v count. V count is like count star from EMP table. So this is what our trigger is. Okay, let's run this trigger. Control C and paste in our SQL workshop. Control V and create this trigger. So as you can see, our trigger got created. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to delete some data from our EMP table. Delete from EMP. Okay, where let's say department. Let's do select star from EMP first. So we'll get to know that what was the data. Okay, so we have these many data. So department ID 60. Let's delete data which is having department ID as 60. So delete from EMP where department it is 60. So let's delete this data. So as you can see, we got this error, this trigger mutation error. Why we got this, I'll explain you, don't worry. So when we have created the trigger and we are trying to delete data from the table, but we are not able to delete because we are getting this error, mutation error. So as you can see, we have successfully compiled that trigger. There was no any problem with the trigger, but when we are running some data, when we are running some command, so when the trigger get fired, at that time we are getting this mutation error. So let's jump to Sublime Text here and see the trigger once again. What we are doing, create or replace trigger BD_EMP before delete on EMP. Means we are deleting the this trigger will get fired whenever we will delete the data. So trigger will get fired after before deleting the data from EMP table. For each row, then we are writing for each row, means this is a row level trigger. Declare our variable, then we are doing select count star from EMP and then inserting data into our another table. Very simple. We cannot identify that what's the problem is, but the problem is, see, what we are saying before delete on EMP. EMP is our the table whenever we will delete any data from this table, this trigger will get fired. It means that this is a triggering table. Okay, and here what we are saying, we are giving some command to this table. Okay, so we are using same table here also and here also. This is somehow confusing for trigger, and what we are saying to this trigger that execute this trigger for each row actually. So these three statements are making confusing for this trigger. So that is what I have written here. Error will occur because triggering table is same as the table on which we are performing certain action. This is triggering table, and this is the table on which we are performing certain action. So both tables are same. So that's the possibility, and even execution is happening for each row. So this is like execution is happening for each row, and we are saying that delete whenever data will get deleted from this table. At that time we want count star from this table. So this is confusing for trigger. So all these things are confusing for trigger, and we are getting trigger mutation error. Okay, so that is what the cause of trigger mutation error. So it only occurs with row level trigger. Whenever we create row level trigger, at that time it is possibility that we could get this mutation error. And the thing is like we have to be sure that what's the triggering table, and the table on which we are performing certain action. So all these things are making the trigger confusing, and we are getting this trigger mutation error. Okay, so how we can get over this issue, how we can get over this problem? So I'll explain you the solution in our next tutorial. Hope this example and concept is clear to you. For any confusion or doubt, let me know in comment box. Thanks for watching the tutorial. Thank you very much.